What up, Bulls Nation? Peck here. We got a live CHGO Bulls coming up for y'all right around the corner, breaking this one down. Bulls 142, Sixers 110. The Bulls are back. You ever watched the 32-point win that kind of feels like a loss? It's okay, though. Josh Giddey went off. Kevin Huerter went off. We'll talk about it next. What's going on, Bulls Nation? Welcome in to CHGO Bulls postgame. Coming to you live from our studios here in West Loop, downtown Chicago. I'm Peck, Bulls_Peck. That's Big Dave. Bow, bow. BAWL Sports, Will Gottlieb, perfectly coiffed. Will_Gottlieb. And the queen of the controls, rocking with us as always, the one and only Katie Duffy. What up, Katie? Did you have fun?
Hello. I'm dead inside.
Come on, Katie. That was so much fun. Thanks for joining us, y'all. If you're hanging out in that YouTube chat, go ahead and hit the like button so Katie doesn't bug you about it for the next hour. We can't do a take-it-on spin tonight because the Bulls won, Dave.
That's right.
The Bulls won. Do we even still have an audio drop for the Bulls winning?
Oh, am I supposed to hit the button?
I mean, Katie lost it.
Oh, sorry. Wrong button. Wrong button.
Bulls win. No more for y'all tonight. She's ruining things for y'all. I'm not going to steal that from y'all.
I think that was actually the correct button choice, Katie.
Oh, she makes no mistakes. Mistakes are not being made.
Shout out to Villas in the comments who said, in pregame, I jokingly said Huerter's going to go off. I didn't want it to come true. Well, you want it. You got it, Villas. Kevin Huerter. The Kevin Huerter game. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Hey, guys, did you guys enjoy that?
I have fun every time. You? Will?
I feel like when you're up by 30 at halftime, I don't know. I feel like I knew the result earlier than the final buzzer. So you were able to get more on board with it as it was happening because you already know it's going to happen.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
For yourself.
Yeah.
Shout out to our guy Steph No, who tweeted somewhere in the middle of that one, Sean Killed draft pick, referencing Sean Kilpatrick, walked so that Kevin Huerter draft pick could run. That pretty much sums up how I feel after that one. I'm not even gonna pretend to be excited about anything that we saw as far as basketball players playing basketball in that game. We all knew the stakes of this game. We talked about it in pregame. I'm not gonna hide it. I'm not gonna pretend to be somebody I'm not. Because it's like I found very little value in watching the Bulls like steamroll the Sixers like that. Because the Sixers went out there and laid an egg. That is a crap team that I think wanted a loss more than a win. Well, the Sixers want their season to be over with all this Embiid stuff going on right now.
I mean, I think that's the problem with placing all the value in your season in stuff that's off the court, right? The value in the season was the trade deadline and it was the lottery position. And so when those are the things that matter, it's hard to get excited about any single thing that happens on the court because you're just thinking about how it impacts the bottom line. And so to me, yeah, like I don't know how much you learned. Like I want to give props to Giddey. He had an incredible game. He's been on fire lately. He's been making his threes. He's been playing good defense. He's been getting all the way to the basket. He's been playing really well. I don't know like what that really means long term. I think you could say the same thing about Dalen Terry. He had a great game tonight, tied a career high. I don't really know what like it's you know what I'm saying? Like it's hard to really put too much value in any one single thing when the value of the season is on the outcomes at the end. And so I understand that there's probably frustration with this. It looks like the Nets are about to lose here too. So the Bulls are gaining ground on the 10th seed, which is somewhere where they shouldn't want to be because again, the value of the season being on the trade deadline and the lottery balls, they're hurting both of those things right now. So for me, that just kind of is what it is. And yeah, I just think you have to like move forward understanding that this is the position that they're in right now. And you have to try to like, I think the challenge for myself as I watch these games is like, how do you find value in some of these, in picking out other things that matter here? And what are those so that you can move forward thinking about how do you build the team from here? Where do you go next season? Understanding that, like, none of those, the outcome of this game is not really impacting the bottom lines that I came into the season thinking were the most important thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dave, how do you feel?
Yeah. So I guess let me get the positive stuff out the way. Purdue pause all day, baby. Let me get the positive things out the way first. You mentioned Josh Giddey.
He had a great game.
Incredible game. Another game. You talked about what you wanted to see as far as players within the season where you want them to bottom out. I talked about it when we were in Studio B. I just wanted to see more consistency from Josh Giddey in these great games that he's having. He had the one that he put up against the Knicks. Well, he's done it in the game after against the Suns, and he's done it again tonight against Philly. Like, just really great game. The 22, 16, and 6. I would take away 3 of them rebounds and 2 of those points because he shouldn't even been in the game in that fourth quarter. He should have been sitting down.
Don't forget the other 6 in his stat line, Dave.
Yeah, the 6 turnovers. Excuse me. Don't want to miss on that. I was coming around to that, but, you know, I want to get that into you first, sir. Let me take care of Matt here. Because, you know, like I said, I was dealing with positive, so I was
I forgot that you coming
back. So I'm coming doing my thing, sir. So, yeah. So 30 minutes for Giddey.
He's just burning a hole in my
brain. I got it, man. Listen, I don't want you to burn, sir. I got you. 30 minutes for him. He didn't he shouldn't have been out there 30 minutes. But he played great. He really did. I thought he had a really solid handle on the game. I thought he did a really good job getting to the paint. I talked about this before when I was having a discussion in Twitter with people. I like the way he gets to the paint. He doesn't have any moves when he gets there. I just like the fact that he actually gets there. But he's figuring out how to score when he gets there, which is kind of the growth that I wanted to see. The other growth I've been talking about all season that I wanted to see was Josh Giddey and Modest Buzelis. There's a connection there. I keep saying that. There's a connection between those two. They kind of play well off of each other. I thought they did a great job of that tonight. They had 3 awesome assists that Giddey gave to Modest Buzelis tonight, especially that one where he put it betwixt the entire Sixers lineup right down the middle for a nice little lay-in for Modest Buzelis, man. I thought those guys are learning to play well off of each other, and I think that's just going to grow and honestly get better. Modest Buzelis with 17 tonight, 17, 3, and 5 assists, which is always awesome to see. That's really cool. Zach Collins with 19 points. I expected a double-double. He almost just had 20 and 5. So that was big for him. Kevin Huerter with 7 threes. I saw somebody in the stats say he turned into Game 6 Klay Thompson. Yeah, this the Game 6 for sure.
This is Game 6.
Hey, he went Klay Thompson. He went bizarro Klay Thompson. He did the opposite of what I needed him to do. But he still hit a bunch of threes, playing 33 minutes tonight. This might be Billy Donovan's new favorite player, to be real with you. Like, the dude who can shoot, who Billy knows he can trust because he's a veteran. And he's long, and he can play multiple positions as far as the 2 or the 3 is concerned. I think he's going to be a 30-minute per night guy, bro, or close to it, even coming off the bench. Billy has continued to show that he really likes this dude. So, yeah, he might not be here next year, but Billy likes him right now. So that's what you're going to see. Again, shout out to my man Dalen Terry, getting 17 tonight, 17 for 3 assists and 2 steals in 15 minutes.
15 minutes?
15, 56.
17 is a tie for a career high in points, by the way.
Yes, it's a tie for a career high. I believe that's also the amount of points that Patrick Williams got, as close as he has gotten to 20 points this game, if I'm not mistaken.
This season?
If it's not 17, it was 18. But I remember the 17 that he had where he came really close. The fact Dalen just did that coming off the bench in 15 minutes is crazy. I'm liking the growth of Julian Phillips. I'm liking the way he's playing. Like, you can just see the confidence in him more and more and more. He attacks much more. He knows the defense a little bit better. He's using his leaping ability on both sides of the floor. I think that's growth for him, and that's really good to see. Curious about Kobe White and Lonzo Ball because they both dealt with little minor. I shouldn't say minor. I don't know how severe Lonzo's is, but Kobe's looked a little minor. But it was to the point where he had to come out and he couldn't play to start the game, even though he was listed as the starter because he had to get taped up on his thumb. But a laceration for Lonzo Ball across his head. We'll see if that requires some stitches or anything like that. So we'll see an update on that. But, yeah, man, the Bulls they just went crazy, dog. Like, they couldn't miss. And the Bulls are better on the road than they are at home, and they prove it again tonight.
So I just want to add a couple of stats to explain just like how crazy a game this was. So season high in points, 142.
Yep.
Season high in offensive rating. Season high in free throw attempts.
34 of 36.
They shot 50, 40, 90.
They shot 50, 45, 95.
They shot 55, 45, 95.
50, 45,
50,
95.
45, 95.
It's insane.
They were up by 50 points at one point in the fourth quarter. I believe it was the worst. No, it was not the worst loss of the season for the Sixers by just 3 points. Giddey, 25 points, 16 rebounds, 8 of 11 shooting, 3 of 3 on threes. Kevin Huerter, 7 threes. Guess how many threes Kevin Huerter had made with the Bulls through his first 5 games?
Oh, like 4.
8. He made 8 threes in 5
Close.
games, and then he made 7 threes tonight. That's crazy. I mean, just a complete offensive masterclass. This was like the best game that the Bulls have had all season.
Yeah.
You obviously give them a lot of credit. The Sixers were just complete no-show, and the Bulls took advantage. But that was truly like 6 straight games of getting killed, of having a minus 20 net rating. Just like they had to get that back somehow, and it all came back tonight.
Dude, those plus minus are insane. Modest with a plus 37. Zach Collins plus 38. Huerter was a plus 40. Kobe was a plus 38. Giddey a plus 29. Phillips a plus 14. Dalen Terry was a plus 30.
And by the way, we talked about this pregame. Vooch did not play. He was a late scratch. Jalen Smith did not play. He had a concussion.
Ayo.
And Lonzo left after 8 minutes.
Lonzo left.
Your glue guy.
Yeah.
When Lonzo went to the locker room, I was like, hoping like, oh, it's, a scratch on his head, hopefully, and nothing more serious. But good news for those of us who would like to see an L tonight, because Lonzo affects winning.
Yeah, he does.
Not tonight.
Not tonight.
I can't get
Not
over
tonight, man.
They shot 50, 45, 95 as a team.
Yeah.
They hit 34 of 36 free throws. They averaged just under 19 free throw attempts a game on the season.
Yeah.
They are dead last in the NBA in free throw attempts.
Yeah.
They made 34 of 36 tonight.
Yeah, the refs were blowing that whistle early and often.
Did the Sixers slip the refs a little bag of cash? Like, hey, call out fouls on us tonight.
It was wild. I believe they had 20-plus free throws attempts.
It's better for the
that
league when the
first
Bulls
half.
are relevant, so they got to get them in that plane.
Just some people in the comments. Paul Sorensen saying, the young guy's playing well, so terrible. Tear emoji. I assume you're being sarcastic. Daniel Corsetti saying, stay positive. But here's Julie RC, a hero as always, in the comments saying, it's hard to judge any performance in this game because the Sixers didn't have a pulse, basically.
Yeah.
I agree. Watching this game, I've seen some pretty sorry efforts from NBA teams across this season, plenty of them from our beloved Bulls. That Sixers team tonight looked like they were ready to pack it in.
Yeah.
That's not like, okay, we got our all-star break, we're ready to make this run down the stretch, but like we want to go to – that Sixers team looked like a team that has given up.
Yeah.
It was embarrassing how bad they looked.
Yeah.
Embarrassing. So, kudos to Dalen for playing hard in his 15 minutes off the bench because we've been saying Dalen's barely getting anything recently, minutes-wise. So good for him. Good for Josh Giddey for stuffing the stat sheet again tonight, parentheses 6 turnovers. Good for Kevin Huerter for going off and hitting 7 threes. I don't think much of it means anything because that Sixers team, the Bulls just played a bunch of corpses. They just played a bunch of rotting corpses who did not want to be there and did not care and did not try. I'm not going to do cartwheels about any of that at all.
What would you do cartwheels about?
Well, never.
Yes,
I'm old and sore all the time.
I
tell you
right,
what, I would attempt a cartwheel right here in the studio if the Bulls get the number 1 pick. How about that?
Okay, I'm gonna hold you to that.
No cartwheels right now because they just severely hurt their chances.
Clip it.
And that's the other side of it. That's the other side of it that I wanted to mention. Like, this game was the worst case scenario all around because it's not the loss. It's not the fact that they beat the Sixers. Is they answered the Sixers' question for them. The question is, should we just shut it down and should we just start over? They answered that question emphatically tonight. When you are down by 50 to the team that's ahead of you, you just answered the question for them. You just told them exactly what they need to be doing. Oh, we shouldn't be out here winning. Oh, we should just go ahead and shut Embiid down because it's not going to be good enough for us. The question the Bulls just did tonight was answer it, and then the fact that Brooklyn lost on top of that. that's just the cherry on top of that shitty sundae that Bulls are gonna have to eat. But yeah, man, that was the worst case scenario for me. It wasn't the loss; it was the way that they lost tonight, man. For me, they just told the Sixers to shut it down.
And here we got to take a break. I'm just getting alerts. So here, per Bulls PR, look at this stat that Josh Giddey just did in Bulls history. I can't, y'all. I'm physically weak. All right, let's take our first break.
Somebody say your hurt is my joy.
Oh, great. I'm glad some of you out there are happy
Mustache
tonight, because I am not. This is dumb. Everything this team does is backwards. Let's take our first break. We'll come back. More thoughts on tonight's game and more from you in the comments. Hit the like button while we share some ads. Oh, you know what always helps?
Soothing.
Tonight's show brought to you by our friends at Sam Adams and their delicious new Sam Adams American Light.
It is delicious.
Light beer. Just got better, y'all. It's clean, it's crisp, super easy to drink. No gimmicks, no fluff. Sam Adams American Light is not your average light beer. It's brewed with 100% American-sourced ingredients from local independent farmers. It's light beer that's made right.
2 swigs during it.
I need
going
it.
Through it.
Light beer should never feel like a compromise. Some things in life feel like a compromise, like being a Bulls fan rooting for losses in February. It's not fun. It's a compromise that we make.
Yeah.
Sam Adams says, no, not here. It's an American classic that's so smooth, you'll always want to crack open another. It's always Sam season. Light beer just got better, so grab some Sam Adams American Light, available now at select Chicago retailers. Must be 21 and older, and please do drink responsibly.
That's what he's doing. 3 of them. Man.
Oh, yeah.
Trifecta. Let me look into your future real quick. See what I got up in here.
What you got?
I see 3 hat tosses going on.
In a row or?
No, just 3. I just see 3 because it matches the number of swigs that he had on the brew. So I just see that.
I wonder what the swig to hat toss ratio is this season.
Oh, but look, we haven't had Sam all season, so
no, that's true.
Yeah. I don't think that'll stop you though. But you want to see what's going on? You gotta get you a pair of these, man. These are like HD, baby. I love these things right here. Right on Optics.
Check out the lottery.
Please do.
Please do.
Let us know if a Tankathon spin is in the cards. See if you can do both. Right on. No matter what outdoor or indoor activity you prefer, it's always important to have the best view. Right On Optics offers a full range of optics products so you can see clearly. Everyone can use a good pair of binoculars. Go ahead. Look through that, man.
Yes, please.
Go ahead. Oh, they have been around for a decade, ladies and gentlemen. The perfect balance of performance and value, and they will not break the bank. Every product receives a full quality control inspection. That is the Right On Promise Unlimited Lifetime Warranty. Not only covers defects, but also accidental damages from drops. Yeah. Hat toss is better. You didn't believe that. Unlimited, man. Unlimited.
Pick it up and throw it.
It can take it. I promise you, man.
Oh, ball down.
It can take it.
We're dropping everything.
There it is. There you go. That's how you do it, sir. Oh, man. Quality products. That's why I have the confidence, because those are quality products that you know that you can trust. Right On Optics, y'all. Check out the full line of Right On products today at rightonoptics.com/CHGO. That's RITON optics.com/CHGO. Right On Optics. I see you.
The one thing I could see with those was another ad break in about 15 minutes.
Yeah? That's
Well
all
done.
you can see?
Well done.
That's
Well
all you
done.
can see?
Well done, sir.
I
Proud
saw
of
something, but I'm afraid to say what it was.
you. Okay.
Should we saw the Tankathon order right now? 'Cause
He's
that's not
into it
looking too
already.
good.
Already, he's
Not
right
looking
there.
too good.
Oh, man.
Orlando Cruz in the comments said, Matt thought those binoculars were a flask. You know, sometimes binoculars can be a flask. I keep my spare Sam Adams American Light in the flask. That's actually also binoculars.
Oh, man. That double as a flat. Oh, my goodness. That would be wild business.
Isn't
right
that
there.
like, Is it from some movie or some show?
Oh, it's a
Somebody
thing.
pulls out a pair of binoculars and unscrews it, and it's
Yeah.
a flask.
Oh no, it's definitely a thing.
Yeah, okay.
I've definitely seen it live. Like it's a thing. Flash binoculars are a thing, but you won't get no better pair of binoculars than those right on optics, y'all. Promise you
Sure
that.
won't.
Promise you that.
Rolling along, CHGO Bulls postgame. Bulls beat down the Sixers to end their 6-game losing streak. Sixers losing streak extends to 8, which I believe I saw a tweet from our pal Mark Stein just a few minutes ago. It's the Sixers' longest losing streak since the 16-17 season.
Wow,
Since they were trusting the process.
Embiid's first season.
man.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Manuel Ramirez. This Oregon can't do shit right. Even when the goal is to lose, they still find a way.
Mhm.
They still find a way. John asks, why have this stupid show if you are just wanting to lose? I'm not just wanting to lose. I, as a Bulls fan, would like them to actually win games that matter sometime down the not-too-distant road. Need young talent to do that.
Gonna be a thing.
I would like the math to be as mathy as possible for the Bulls come that draft lottery in May. I'm sorry. That's where we are.
I feel like it's hard
It's
to
not
even-
fun to root for L's. We've established that several times. But some of us are looking a little further down the road. So this win tonight, I'm not, again, 0 cartwheels for this win. Because this win was detrimental to what the Bulls should be trying to accomplish right now.
Mm.
I'd like, oh, thank goodness the integrity of the game was protected tonight. Because you got that dub under your belt. Really teaching the young guys how to win against that box of cadavers they call the 76ers right
The
now.
box of cadavers. I really think that the beatdown I don't see how it doesn't kickstart things for Philly. I just don't see it.
I think this afternoon kickstarted things.
Yeah.
I think it was already like it may have kicked the can down the road a little bit, but
Mhm.
just this Philly team is just not in it. And now with Embiid potentially being done for the year, it's like the
Yeah.
only thing they can do is try to keep their pick. And they just did some good work to help themselves with that.
I mean, their next 2 games are the Knicks and the Warriors. Like, I'm like,
Yeah.
they're not getting up for those squads right there, man. They're not winning those games.
And to your
so-
point, now the teams that are now competing with the Bulls for
yeah,
10 or competing with them to avoid being 10th
Maui gets
is
crap.
down to just the Brooklyn Nets, who
Yeah.
also lost tonight. So
Yeah.
really rough night for the Bulls in like the
It's a
tankathon
worst
race.
case scenario night for them.
But for me, and I just wrote this in my like post game write up, it was an opportunity for them to make some headway in the tankathon and like get themselves back to get themselves to a better point in that, right? Like I think still the goal should be to get down as far as possible. And so it's hard to like take some of these comments seriously that are like, don't we want the Bulls to win? Like, no, the Bulls should be trying to get good players in the draft. That's like their only path forward right now. So it's hard to really like address anything other than that. But to me, like in order for them to really have a chance to do that, they would have needed to start tanking way earlier.
Mhm.
You can't start the season 18-20 and expect to be drafting in the top 4. There's just no way that happens without getting extremely lucky in the lottery. They put themselves in a position to rely on lottery luck instead of putting yourself in a position to have the best lottery luck, or at least not fall backwards in the draft. Because like the Blazers are right behind them too. Like this, it's not just like they could have gotten to 7th or 6th. Now it's like you could also fall to 9th or 10th or 11th if you have bad luck in the lottery. So they would have needed to start taking this seriously from the very beginning of the season. It's why we were critical of them early on in the year when they weren't losing games that we thought they should have.
Mhm.
It's why we were critical of them for not trading players at the trade deadline and really going for it. I know Vooch did not play tonight. I know and other guys did not play tonight. But this was just not a real effort towards improving draft lottery standings from the start of the year. And that puts them in a position where they either have to get lucky or now they have to start next year doing that. And that prolongs the whole process. And it's why we've been saying for years now that they needed to start rebuilding, because you've just been kicking the can down the road in this play-in tournament year after year after year. And now you're going to have to start taking that more seriously in the next year and in the coming years, because there's just no other way out of it. They have to either get lucky or they have to put themselves in a position to build another way. And they aren't doing that. So this is what they have to do.
They are not doing that. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I think They answered Philly's questions. I mean, I think they answered the Bulls' questions, even though I think we already knew kind of what the Bulls wanted to do from the first game against the Knicks. They kind of showed you exactly what team they wanted and what they wanted to be. So they're going to go for this play-in. And, you know, scoring 142 points without certain players, that for me just makes me like, dude, this is why I said trade everybody to begin with, because I kept saying I don't think it was going to be a change in what the Bulls really truly were. I still thought that they were going to be like a 10th or 11th seed. I didn't see a huge difference keeping Vooch or keeping Zach or keeping those guys. I still thought that they would be battling it out for that 10th. And it's kind of what you see. And that's what, you know, furthers my point and bolsters my point is the fact that these guys were out again tonight and they scored 142 points. And restocking your cupboards with guys that aren't going to be here is, you know, a sign that, hey, man, we are really trying to go for this. It's why when they made the trade for Zach, I didn't jump all over it from the beginning, because I was like, well, if you make that kind of trade, you're telling me you're starting over. Usually that's what it is. When the team trades their best player, they're saying we're starting over. This is it. We're done. We're cool. And that didn't seem like the case. They kept those guys, and I thought it was going to be, okay, we got these guys, we got assets, we're going to combine it with something and make some more trades and, you know, just get these guys out of here, let's get these draft picks in, let's get the young guys in and let them play, and let's see what we got with that, and all in a while bolstering our standings, you know, to try to get further up in the draft. That's how I was thinking of it. It's why you saw me with a bat sitting here yelling and smacking the table and knocking shit off, because it didn't make any logical sense to me. This still doesn't make any logical sense to me, because you could have still been doing this with the same players you got and doing something. You could have made trades in the offseason then and kept those guys. I don't see why you had to get up off of that to continue to be in the same spot that you are going to be in. You're not going to get higher. Doesn't seem like you're going to get lower right now. There's still a chance. There's still a shot. They still got to play Brooklyn, like you said. They still got to go against them. I got to check Brooklyn's schedule and see what that is now and, you know, what they're looking like. But they just lost to Washington, too. So, you know, like they are a 10 seed. That's what 10 seeds do. They lose to losing teams. They might beat the best team, but there's no consistency in that. So, yeah, the Bulls are just in a crazy position right now. Yeah,
an avoidable
it's just a crazy position, bro.
An avoidable position.
An avoidable,
yes.
That's
why there's frustration coming from all these different angles. There's people frustrated who want the team to win, and they're not winning. There's people that are frustrated that, you know, like us, that feel like they need to be going towards the bottom. No matter where you, like, no matter what position you look at this from, being the 10th best team in the conference is like not where they should be striving to go towards. AK has said we don't want to be stuck in the middle. Billy Donovan has said we don't want to be stuck in the middle, and yet here they are, stuck in the middle year after year. It's frustrating.
Yeah, fighting
clowns to the left, jokers,
you know?
to the right, Bulls stuck in the middle.
Yeah, fighting to get there too.
Katie put up a poll. What emotion did this game elicit? Obviously, hit the like button before answering. The options are happy, sad, angry, and indifferent. And Devin in the comments saying, I think it's quite telling how irrelevant the Bulls are. That these Bulls are, that the top emotion is indifference and second is happy. This team isn't worth mustering up rage or melancholy. Happy leading the poll currently with 34%. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Indifferent just pulled ahead with 35%. Sad 19, angry 12. I don't get 69% of you. Nice. I can understand indifference more than happiness right now. That makes more sense to me right now.
Okay.
How are you happy about this win? I don't get that. I truly do not get that. Unless you are a literally one day at a time happiness person as a sports fan. Did we win today? Yay. Did we lose today? Oh. Is that really what it is for some people?
I feel like in other sports, it's easier to do that. Like in baseball, any single game matters a lot less because there's 162 of them compared to only 82 in the NBA.
Sure.
In the NFL, like the draft is not as, there's no lottery, and the draft is not like, there's years where, yeah, Caleb Williams is at stake, but there's not the same kind of influence that the top player has because there's 2 rounds.
Yeah.
The lottery is where all the impact players are. The top of the lottery is where really the true impact players are. Whereas in the NFL, you can like get guys in the 3rd round or 4th round that are like, you know, all pro caliber players.
True.
In basketball, that's not the way it works. You need to get premier talent. You can do that in the 2nd round or late in the 1st round. but you have to be really lucky and you have to be really good at drafting. And the Bulls have not been either of those things lately. So this is the best path forward in my eyes. I can be sold on other options, but I haven't been. Nobody has convinced me that there's a better path forward right now.
We got to take our second break right there. When we come back, more thoughts from y'all in the comments. Keep them coming. However you feel, keep them coming. And hit the like button while we share some ads. And, of course, we still got to find out who the goon of the night is.
You still got to win, baby.
It's been a minute, Dave.
Still got to win, baby.
We got a goon coming. Throw
That's
your
me
goon
voting for
nominees.
happiness.
Yeah.
The happiness right there.
Sure.
Yeah, baby.
Sure.
It's a thing, Matt.
Sure.
People like it.
Sure.
They don't.
Mando.
Keep going.
Post game tonight brought to you by Mando. Y'all got to check out their fine variety of deodorant products if you haven't done it yet. It is 100% natural, y'all. It's organic. And what separates Mando from some of the other deodorants available out there these days? Well, I'll tell you. It's a whole body deodorant. That means it's safe to use anywhere and everywhere on your body, on your pits, on your balls, on your thigh folds, on your belly buttons, in your butt cracks, even your feet. Whoop, whoop. Mando was created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Choose from a variety of fresh scents like bourbon leather, my personal favorite, Clover Woods, Mount Fuji, or Pro Sport. Nobody on the Sixers needed that tonight. Clinically proven to control odor better than a shower with soap alone. Ugly truth coming your way, gents. 12 hours after a shower, the average man's grundle odor level is a 5 out of 10.
Stinking.
Just 12 hours after a shower. With Mando, the average grundle odor is a 0 out of 10 after those first 12 post-shower hours. Mando starter pack is perfect for new customers. Comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice, like a mini body wash or deodorant wipes, plus free shipping. Shout out to those deodorant wipes. Bring with me on my camping trips all summer long. They are incredible. As a special offer for listeners of CHGO Bulls, new customers get $5 off your starter pack with our exclusive promo code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Just use promo code CHGO at shopmando.com. That's SHOPMANDO.com. Please support CHGO Bulls and tell them that we sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, and boost your confidence from head to toe with Mando.
Boosted, baby.
Boosted.
I was watching, shout out Adam Hogue and Carm. They were on their way to Indianapolis.
The Bears boys.
And then what they say they were riding in, they were riding in a vehicle from Ray CDJR. Riding in a Jeep. It looked nice, by the way. Very, very nice. During the President's Day sales event at Ray Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram in Fox Lake, shop federally approved savings on brand new vehicles. Head to Ray CDJR on Route 12 today to choose from their huge inventory of new Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram vehicles. And right now, take 18% off MSRP with a dealer discount on all new 2024 gas-powered Jeep Wrangler models. Or shop over 125 vehicles priced under $20,000. With a friendly team of brand experts, the team at Ray CDJR is here to help you during each step of your car shopping journey. Plus, since they prioritize affordability, you know you won't overpay for a vehicle that you need. You ain't gonna do it. Not gonna do it. And with Ray's Price Promise, you can shop confidently with no add-ons and no hidden fees ever. The price you see is the price you'll pay. It's that simple. Go check out our partner today to shop one of Chicago area's largest inventories. Find the right new vehicle for yourself. Then drive home very happy. The team at Ray CDJR is the only one we recommend. Don't miss out on their President's Day sales event going on all month long. 18% off, like I told you, the MSRP on all new 2024 gas-powered Jeep Wrangler models. For more information, visit Ray CDJR today in Route 12 in Fox Lake or online at raycdjr.com. They've been serving the community since 1963.
Pew. Heading down to Indy for the Combine, right?
Yeah. I mean, the car was nice. Shout out to Ray for hooking them up.
Shout out to Ray.
The car was
Shout out to the NFL Draft Combine. Make sure y'all are tuning into our CHGO Bears coverage. Those dudes never quit.
Yeah.
Shout out to AC1210 in the comments who said, trash podcast.
Shout out.
Thanks for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning, bro.
Trash
Appreciate
podcast.
You, man. Appreciate you. Shout out to you, baby.
That comment made my night.
CHGO Trash Podcast has a ring to it. I think we should start it.
CHGO
I got my trash
pod.
can right here, y'all.
Yeah,
Right here.
he's ready to go.
You know what's fitting? Trash podcast for a trash organization. How about that?
Ooh.
The Bulls are a
Toasted.
trash organization now and have been for a while. I'm dead inside. God.
And it emotes outside.
Is it April yet?
It is not. It is like
it March
February.
yet?
Nope.
About 5
February.
days.
Come on,
away.
March.
We got time, baby.
Come on, March.
We got
Oh,
time.
God.
I do want to talk. Dude,
Oh,
I sincerely do want to talk about Julian Phillips
go for it.
because I really want to showcase this dude, man. I don't know how y'all are watching the game, but when I'm sitting there watching him and seeing the things that he's doing, there is definite growth in what he's doing on the floor. Because we talk about, well, what should we be looking at? What the hell are we happy for? What should we be doing? Watching him grow and watching him get better is what I want. Like, I want him to be better. It's your sweet special boy over here. I need him to be better. I need him to grow. Billy trusting him and allowing him to get into the game, whether it's late in the game, because he had him in late in the game. Not this one. Obviously, it didn't matter. But I'm just saying in previous games against the Suns, where he fouled out against Kevin Garnett. He was in that game until the fourth quarter playing defense. His aggression has kicked up. Like, he's more sure of himself when he's out there playing. He knows what he wants to do. Watching him on defense, I can't remember which one of y'all, if it was Will or if it was Katie, who pointed out the screen that he got smacked with by Andre Drummond, but it didn't deter him. Like, he got hit with it, but he kept moving, man, and he knew where he needed to be. He understands what's going out there on the floor defensively, which leads to him getting out on those breaks offensively. The tip dunks, oh my God, he's going to get one of these, all right? Because he is crashing the board constantly crashing the boards. And the three-point shot is just, if he shoots it like it's a given now. And I like that. I'm not watching him think anymore. I'm watching him react now. And that's what you want your young guys to get to, is to get to that point where they are simply reacting to what's happening on the floor, and they are feeling comfortable when they're doing it. So his little baseline three that he likes to take, that elbow three that he likes to take as well, he's being more confident with that. Of course, you know, he doesn't have the handles, you know, to put it and make moves and do all that stuff inside. But the things that he does well, he is continuing to do and to growing and get better at that, man. So his IQ is improving, and that makes your confidence improve, because when you know more, you do better. That's just that simple. So, yeah, shout out to Julian Phillips, man, and the way that he's playing right now.
Yeah, him and Dalen. I thought Dalen had a really nice game. 17 points, tied a career high. He was active. He was driving. He was getting to the basket. He was finishing. Those two combined for 11 free throw attempts. So
Wow.
that's how you know that they were aggressive and making an impact on the game. What do you guys think of Modest? 17 points on 17 shots, so pretty poor efficiency.
Yeah.
But 5 assists is really nice to see. It helps when your team is just making every shot that they take. Like the assist in general, like I feel like the broadcast likes to say how many assists per game the Bulls have. And it's like, to me, it's a little hollow because they just like they don't have any guys that can like create their own shot. Really, it's all kind of like drive and kick, and so most of their shots are assisted.
Are going to be assisted. That's a great point. That's a good point.
The assists are really nice, but only 3 rebounds for him tonight. I feel like that was not. It wasn't like a bad game by any means, but in a game where everything went so right for most of the players, it didn't feel like he really popped as like having a career game. 17 points, again, great. It wasn't like he had a bad game, but it didn't feel like one of his best games to me.
Yeah, I will say, Dalen, when he comes into the game, he's been doing this more and more recently. He immediately impacts it. Like, it's not waiting around. Like, he's into it immediately.
He like gets himself into the game with his
exactly. He was causing chaos out there with that defense, and him getting to the bucket, which has gotten so much better now. Because you remember watching those times, he would just run to the bucket and and run into the bucket. So, but now he has a little more smoothness to it. We saw him actually get an and one today. That was awesome to see. Obviously, he's still working on the 3-point shot, but it's not deterring him, man. And this is the stuff I want to see from the young guys, because the mistakes are going to come. The issues are going to come. But, you know, how do you just continue to play even though you're making those mistakes? How do you continue to do that? And it feels like they're figuring that part out. Like, oh, this doesn't matter. I still need to get in there and play. Oh, this doesn't matter. I still need to be checking this dude on defense. And so I really like that. And Dalen, I mean, that's just what he is. The play where he just took the ball on the rebound and he took it from that Phillies opposing player, said, no, this ain't your rebound, it's mine, and went back up and ducked it. That's winning basketball stuff like that Dalen Terry provides for you. So when he gets 17 points, that means your team's winning. Because he's not expected to do any of that. So when he starts putting that stuff up, more oftentimes than not, you're going to win the game.
I mean, yeah, like truly, you were right. I thought that Modest wasn't super efficient tonight, Goat, but I did like the aggressiveness from all three of those young guys, Modest, Dalen, and Julian.
Yeah.
They were engaged. They were Dalen just taking advantage of the fact that the Sixers were sleepwalking through that game.
Yeah.
You know, that one like steal he had underneath their own basket. Just like, no, that's my ball, not yours, and he dunked it. You know,
I got it.
Yeah. Like I will appreciate that level of enthusiasm and energy for the young guys who clearly want to be out there.
Yeah.
Whether they're up by 50 or down by 50, they want to be out there because they feel like they still have plenty to prove to themselves, to their teammates, to the coaching staff on this squad, to their front office bosses.
Yeah.
And, you know, to the players around the league.
Yeah.
36, 21, and 21 are the only numbers I care about in tonight's box score. And those were the minutes played by Modest, Dalen, and Julian. That's it. Again, I'm not taking a whole lot away from what was good and what was bad from the young guys or anybody in a Bulls jersey tonight.
Sure.
Because the opponent did that, laid that egg. That was one of the biggest eggs I've ever seen laid in an NBA game, truly.
Scrambled.
But knowing that I have been crying out for minutes all season, I will take the minutes. And I hope to see them continue. Will they or will they not? Who knows? Because Ooch sat tonight. Lonzo left after 8 minutes. Pat's out. Io's out. Jalen's out. This is where you start to wonder, like, oh, are they finally starting to play the kids, or did they just do that tonight out of absolute need and desperation?
Exactly. And it's why I was bringing up the other games, because if this was just a one-game sample, then, I'd be right there with you. But it hasn't been. It's like those guys know that they need to do something as soon as they get in the game, because their minutes aren't usually going to be given to them. They're going to give in to Kevin hurt your draft pick. They're going to give it to him. So they know once they get in the game, they need to do something. It's kind of like a Javon Carter mentality. You know, when Javon gets in the game, the ball's going up, period. You know what I mean? Like, because he knows he's not going to have a lot of time to do things. The ball's going up. When Julian comes in and when Dalen comes in, the energy picks up immediately because those guys are going to attack. I want to see more lineups with those two and Modest Buzelis, like, because I'm thinking of it defensively when I want to see, because Modest is a great help defender and Dalen is a pretty good unball defender, and Julian is pretty solid at both. So I want to see what that looks like when teams are going to the bucket and the Bulls are collapsing on them, which can start to break and lead to more awesome, fun stuff. So, again, not just, you could throw this game into the sun, you know what I'm saying, as far as that. But the way that they have been playing these past few games, man, just mentally how they've been doing it. Again, I'm not talking about points. I'm not even talking about your reap and all that stuff. It's the confidence that you're out there with. You have to have that as a young guy, and especially on this team, because Billy, as soon as you make a mistake, you're out. And so you have to keep your confidence level high, because that affects some guys. Some guys get affected by that, and you wonder why they don't succeed here and stuff like that. My man, Daniel Gafford. So you see that, and I'm glad these guys aren't being affected by it. They're taking it as part of the process, and they're playing well in spite of that, and because of that too. So, man, just a big shout out to those young guys, because that's who I'm looking at, in these last few games. You want to talk about evaluating people and evaluating talent over the next 30 games and stuff like that, then it's those guys who I'm looking at. Those three for sure I'm really looking at.
I think also, I just want to say one thing about just the team's defensive intensity in general. Like, they have played a much better defensive game the last 3 games, Knicks, Suns, and now tonight 76ers, than certainly the last couple of games before the break. Those Pistons games were brutal. But like the intensity, the scheme, like they've been switching a lot more, they've been zoning a lot more, they've been pressuring ball handlers a lot more. Billy last game was talking about how they really needed to like mix it up a little bit, just knowing the way that they got bullied by the Pistons in those last 2 games, and understanding you don't have Zach anymore, that shot creation isn't there. And so I think he made it a point, and the players have responded to playing with a lot more intensity and to trying a lot of new stuff out. And I think they're really scrambling and pressuring teams. Like Jalen Brunson could not get anything going in the second half. He had one basket happen to be the game tying shot in that whole second half. I thought the Bulls did a really nice job, obviously Suns hit some tough shots. Beal, KD, that's what they do.
That's what they do.
But I thought the Bulls defended them well. And obviously tonight again, where nobody on the Sixers, except for maybe like Kelly Oubre on a couple of drives, actually got into the basket and did anything. So credit to the Bulls for kind of putting forth that new effort on the defensive end when it was starting to look pretty ugly there down the stretch before the All-Star break.
Yeah, he's right.
Guys, you know who's entered the chat?
Who's this?
It's our favorite friend from Saturday.
P. Wilstan.
Hey, man, Mello, Hallie, Mitchell.
Let's go. Mitchell, hero. Let's go.
Speaking of that defensive intensity, GOAT, Ant-Man, Mello, Hallie, Mitchell, Hero said, your boy Alex Caruso is averaging 6.2 points, 2.8 rebounds, 2.6 assists, and getting a measly 19 minutes a game. Guy's a fringe role player with no upside, and his value is near zero. Man, some of these takes y'all have are truly hilarious.
If you can't understand that there is more to a player than his box score numbers, I can't help you. Like you are
read a book.
You are yelling out to the world that you don't know basketball, and I can no longer help you.
It's cool.
Seek help.
Look, has Caruso dealt with missing some time and some nagging injuries this season? Yeah. We all know that that's the player he is and will continue to be, especially as he ages, which is why some of us were screaming while he was having one of the best, healthiest seasons of his career last year. Sell high on this guy for the love of God.
Even the year before.
And the year before that even. And they didn't. Josh Giddey believers might believe that they sold high on Caruso. Some of us don't see it that way, especially when the Thunder had all of the trillions of picks and AK got goose egg of them.
All of the picks.
To say that Caruso has no upside is, you could be like rephrasing, he is not going to get any better in the back, whatever remaining years of his career than he is right now. That's irrelevant. The Thunder went out and targeted him because he is a championship roster piece that they wanted and needed. Yeah. Dave, what did you always call Caruso? Like,
rims.
Spinning rims, like
he's rims
really nice rims on a car with no motor, no engine.
He's rims, baby.
That is a piece that makes sense for the Thunder to add.
Because their car is awesome.
Yeah.
They got an awesome car. Rims on that look amazing. Looks amazing, right? Looks really amazing, right?
Both teams got what they wanted of the trade. The Thunder got an additional all-defensive player that doesn't need to play 36 minutes a night the way he did in Chicago. And the Bulls got another guy who can take them from mediocrity to mediocrity.
Right. Yeah. Sure. The no upside thing with Caruso, I don't think matters. Maybe you're saying it matters is with the Bulls because Giddey is young, he's 22, and does have upside. But for the Thunder, what they wanted and needed was a win-now player. Caruso's a win-now player, which is why AK had leverage there. And he used that leverage to say, I'll take Josh Giddey, and I'm good.
I'll stay.
But the part that caught my eye, and the part that I can't forgive from our BFF Ant-Man, Mello, Hallie, Mitchell, Hero, is to say that Caruso has value near zero. Are you kidding me?
He had like 4 threes.
Even in his perfect role player 20 minutes a game, as you yourself pointed out.
Help.
Guys, Josh Giddey's net rating this season is a -5. On the floor, he's a -5. Some of that, bad team, bad net ratings for a significant portion of the roster. Not all Bulls have negative net ratings. Giddey's is a -5. You want to know what Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, MVP front runner's net rating is for the Thunder this season? 18.4. You want to know what Alex Caruso's net rating is for the Thunder this season?
18.5?
18.6.
Wow, close.
Anyone who tries to tell me that Alex Caruso has no value in this league can F right off and shut up. It's not our problem anymore. It's not Bulls' problems anymore, but it's still just like, if you want me to take your opinion seriously and you say shit like that, what are you looking at? Learn the game.
What do you see?
It's a simple game, guys. It shouldn't be that hard to learn it.
It's a simple game.
I feel like, Giddey had a great game tonight. This is not the day to rehash that whole thing.
No, he definitely had a great game. He's had great games these past few.
Yeah.
He's playing well, man. He's playing very,
have
very
credited to him.
And again,
every game
this is the problem with making those kind of trades. Is it conflates the player with the price that you paid to get him. This is why we've talked about this. This is why people get frustrated with Vooch because they paid too much to get him. This is why people got frustrated with Boozer because he wasn't who they wanted them to get and they overpaid. Whatever. Let's not do that with Giddey. The trade was what it was. The contract is going to be what it is. He had a great game tonight. I think let's just leave it there.
All right. I'll leave it right there.
Sure. Do you want to pick a goon of the night, Dave?
I was about to look at you and tell you that. See?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
You gonna hand them
You
out?
got that sparkle in your eyes?
I do.
Yeah.
You know what? You tell Katie what to do. Tell her. Go ahead.
Smack him in the face, Katie.
To be the man, you gotta beat the man. Now, I'm the man. Woo!
Fire today presents Goon of the Night. Because all they do is floors, no matter what. You know that number 588-2300. Peck!
Empire.
Today.
Very nice, Goat. We haven't done one of these in a while.
You stop throwing it to Katie altogether.
What's that?
Because
She already did it, so
Will,
I
you
can
weren't
take it
here
easy.
I
the
saw
day
she
I
didn't back
sang.
away aggressively. So
Yeah. You didn't hear it when she sang?
no, I didn't.
You were
was
gone,
I gone?
the day I sang.
Yeah, it happened. But we got the
I'm gonna
200
have to
likes.
dig that
It did
episode
happen.
out. We got
She hit the
200 likes.
vocals.
Okay,
Yes,
that's
we got the
worth
200 likes. She hit the vocals, man.
Speaking of likes,
Was
we're
it the
only at
worst thing that's ever happened to you?
103.
Oh,
No, the likes were great.
The likes were good.
The likes were great. I'll take it for the likes. Also, we only have 103. Get it together. Seriously.
unacceptable.
She sounded great, by the way.
Dave, this is our first goon of the night since February 4th.
Woo!
It has been
20
20
days.
days.
What were
since
you
the-
doing on
obvious-
February 4th, guys? Where were
Where
you?
That was the Bulls win over the Heat. What was?
Uh-huh.
I think was that the modest 10 for 10 game?
Could have been. Wait, the Heat? No. I thought. Wait, was that the Nuggets they did that against? No, it wasn't the Nuggets.
Oh, it must have been the Heat.
Uh,
That was
It
the
had to
Heat.
been the Heat.
That was the modest 10 for 10
Yep,
game.
had
That's
to
the last time the Bulls won.
Shout out to you, sir.
Oh,
Oh, it's been a while. So
Ooh.
we're here. See, you heard where I was
Oh
going?
yeah, I heard that bar.
Yeah, where I was going.
I
okay.
heard that bar.
What the? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Goon of the night time, y'all. Let's do this stuff. Katie, we'll start with you. Who's goon of the night?
All right. I'm gonna do something a little bit
Katie.
against the grain of what I would normally say.
Okay.
So you guys heard me complaining during the game about Kevin Huerter and he's killing us, whatever.
Yeah.
And by killing us, I mean winning the game.
Stop playing so well.
Yes, please. But I think for Kevin Huerter, tonight was really big. For him as a person, for him as a player, like he had a really rough start to his tenure here in Chicago. So I'm going to say goon is Kevin Huerter because way to shoot yourself out of that slump. I wish you hadn't done it on a game we needed to lose, but way to shoot yourself out of that. And I think he played really well.
Oh, I see why it's against the grain because it was nice. Well done. Goat. Goon.
Come back to me. I still need to think.
Come back to go.
Sorry.
Peck. Oh, Lord.
I'm still thinking.
Oh, man. What's going on over here?
You think I got my answer?
Oh, man. What's going on over here on this guy's face?
You
Well,
might need to
somebody's got to give an answer
You might
here.
need to just skip us and give the real answer.
Katie going to do it. You got to give something, man. You got to tell somebody something, sir. This is how it works.
I mean,
Somebody.
the easy answer is Josh Giddey, right?
Mm.
Incredible game from him.
Mhm.
25 points, 16 rebounds. On his third, made 3 of the night.
Mhm.
Of his 3 attempts, he hit a little like Mikal Bridges celebration.
Mhm.
I thought that was pretty goonly. He had 3 blocks.
Goonly. Yes.
That was pretty goonly.
Yes.
Sure. Why the heck not? Josh Giddey, you're my goon of the night.
See, did that hurt? No.
No, it didn't
Didn't
hurt.
hurt so bad.
I didn't
There
know
you
if I was thinking if there was like someone on the Sixers who was so bad that they were goon of the night, but I couldn't.
The whole
think of
team.
it.
That's the whole
The whole-
squad.
the whole team was pretty
The whole
good, yeah.
squad's up for that.
Maybe that's
Drummond?
Oh,
We
man.
get a Drummond good tonight for old time's
Drummond
sake?
went 8 for 8 from the free throw line.
Oh, shout out Andre Drummond.
Good on
Andre
you.
Drummond, way
Shout
to
out,
go.
man. Good stuff. Mustache man. Your cool number, please.
C Ruby 23 in the comments just said Peck is going through it and I feel it. Yeah, I'm not trying to hide that, y'all. I this is a low point. Tonight is just really frustrating for me. Y'all know why. Where I stand about where the Bulls' priorities should be versus where they are. So that being the case, I'm going to give my goon love to every other Bulls fan out there who's just as annoyed and impatiently confused and angry about this whole situation as I am right now. Wherever you are as a Bulls fan, if you're happy about the win, if you're excited about Giddey playing really well for 3 games in a row, good for you, and enjoy whatever levels of happiness that's bringing you. I am in a dark place right now as a Bulls fan. A dark, dark place. And so I give my goon love to every Bulls fan out there who is also in a dark, dark place. We got to be here for each other.
Yeah. It's about right. All right.
That was
Here it
really
is.
that was really thoughtful. I liked that.
Hey, the
That's
right on
the
optics were right. That's 3.
Good guy, Matt.
The right on was correct. There it is, y'all. Goon of the night. You see it, brought to you by Empire Today. Well, the title of Goon of the night for the first time since February 4th. Wow. The title goes to is Josh Giddey. He gets it. Josh Giddey gets it. And here's why. You mentioned the 3 also, yes. I'm giving it to him also for the 2 previous games that he played because he played super well. And then also the pass he had to Zach Collins where he tossed that one behind his back and then Stacey came up with Magic Giddey, which is just now a thing. Not great, but it's a thing now. You know what I'm saying? It's now a thing.
Stacey phoning in those
Just
nicknames,
said
man.
Magic Giddey. Hit him with that. So I'm going to give that to Josh Giddey for that. Dalen almost got it for that, snatching that ball out of that dude's hands and then dunking that joint. Ended up with
Very
17.
good-like.
I was like, is that Goon? Like, is it just Dalen? It's just Dalen. It's what he does. It was like when Caruso was here.
Right.
And he did something like that every night. He could have won all the time, man. But I thought Josh Giddey played well. I thought he deserved it. He has been consistent these past 3 games. 16 rebounds is nothing to sneeze at. I mean, damn. That takes some level of getting up in there to go on and do that. So, Josh Giddey, you are Goon of the night.
Congrats,
This is yours, sir.
Congrats, Giddey.
This is yours.
What do we know? What his season total on W's is, Katie? I feel like he's had more than one.
I believe he's had more than one.
This is number 3 for Josh
3
Giddey.
times.
Number 3 for Josh Giddey.
Trace
Goon.
Trace Goon.
I agree with you though. Magic Giddey not working for me.
That's not a nickname.
Tra-
That was a
Trash.
little cheap. Just like
not the best.
how many times are we gonna do that? You know? Come on.
Yo, goat. Oh man.
Do you
Magic
like it more
Jokic,
or,
Magic Doncic,
more
Magic-
or
come on.
less than Lil Boozy Vert?
Yes.
It's like separating trash from garbage. Like it's
Damn.
equal. They're
No,
both
it's
bad
equal.
nicknames.
Why have I been separating our trash from whites and darks? Shout out Michael Scott. Shout out Michael Scarn. Yeah, good. Congrats, Giddey, on the
Shout
dub.
out Giddey for that,
Yeah.
man.
But you mentioned, Dalen as a near winner with that Goon sub.
Yeah.
Before he left with a head laceration, you could also say that one sequence Lonzo had
Yeah.
was epically Goon.
The diving on the floor.
Goon-tastic.
Oh,
Like,
I know what
he
you're talking about.
smacked the ball out.
Yes.
I can't remember who had it, if it was Uber or somebody else,
Yeah.
underneath the hoop to prevent the easy bucket at the rim.
Mhm.
Then goes diving on the floor for the loose ball.
Yep.
Doesn't get it. Then contests. Then just climbs a tree trunk to grab a rebound from some dude twice his size.
Mhm.
Like, that was incredible Lonzo stuff.
It was.
in
Yeah,
one
absolutely
quick
right.
little sequence, and it was very Goony.
And went out bleeding from the head.
Bleeding from the head.
Yeah.
Pulled Klay Thompson.
That's it, man. That's a thing.
And the game started with Kobe bleeding from the finger
Yeah.
all over the court, apparently.
Yeah.
Took
Oh,
him a
dude,
half hour to wipe that up.
I forgot to tell you, man. I gambled on my own tonight.
I'm so proud of you.
I self-gambled.
I'm so proud of you.
Self-gambled. Because usually I go to Cody.
I heard you over there talking
Yeah.
to Cody.
So here, I went to Cody and, I told him I wanted to get one by myself. And he told me to go with Modest Buzelis. The points was 12 or 12 and a half. He obviously went over that very easily. But when I tried to book, for some reason, it went away. Like, it went away when I was trying to do it. And it was like, nope, no longer available.
You were never here.
That never happened. I don't know what you're talking about. So it's like, as soon as that Vooch news hit, like, it just went away. So I missed on that one. So I had to go on it on my own. So that's what I did. What I said was I'm going to go with Kelly Oubre, who was 16 and a half. I took the over. He ended up with 19. Shout out to me for that. Then I had to pick one more. I said, I'm going to go with Bam Adebayo. Bam Adebayo was 14 and a half. I took the over. He ended up with 14.
Oh, that is
Oh,
torturous.
right.
They're
Yeah.
so good at setting those lines.
Yeah,
Torturous.
dog. They're
Crazy.
smart, dog. It was right there. It was right there. Right there. So took another L. I have
God.
yet to be a winner at
You know
Prize
who else
Picks.
took another L? The Miami Heat. They are bad all of a sudden.
All of a sudden.
Ever since Trent and Jimmy, 1-6.
I saw something earlier that they've blown 10 different 10-point leads this season.
Wow. I've heard that's a lot.
It's not great.
I've heard that's a thing, man. It's not
Well,
great
guess
at
who-
all, man.
Guess who's now in the 9th seed?
Oh God.
Heat?
The Heat. So
Oh, man.
book your flights to Miami.
Oh God.
April 15th, baby.
Well, no,
We'll
the
see
Bulls
you
have
there.
to have a game before the 9-10 game to be the
That
Heat.
is the 9-10 game.
No, but I'm saying you got to play the Heat in the we won the 9-10, they lost the 7-8. That's how that works.
Yeah.
It's how it's worked for 2 years going.
Yeah.
Okay. True.
You can't play the Heat right away.
No,
I mean,
no.
If what tracks is the Bulls lose to the Heat in the play-in tournament, then yes, please make it the 9-10. I don't need to do that twice.
Not 2 times.
We don't need to do it at all.
We don't need another hero.
The Bulls had a chance to help their cause that way tonight. And they royally screwed it up.
They did not do it.
Oh, God.
Back up a game and a half, baby.
Guys,
Cemented.
did you know if the Josh Giddey had good defense around him, he'd be an all-star? Did
Oh.
you know that that's a fact?
I didn't know that.
According to Jesus Navas in the comments?
Shout out
If
Jesus.
Giddey
baby.
had good defense around him, he would be an all-star. That is a fact.
Well, I would
Do you
say,
guys, just real quick, do you know what the Thunder were defensively?
yeah, I was about to say, yeah.
Because the Thunder were the 4th best defensive team in the NBA last season.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Like,
Was Josh Giddey an all-star last season?
I don't recall.
Oh, my goodness. How strange. How very strange.
Oh my goodness.
Do we not know what facts are?
Oh. Oh, man.
Thanks
Also-
for tuning in, Jesus Navas. Appreciate you, buddy, but
Do
Try
appreciate you,
again.
bro. Do
Try-
appreciate you.
if at first you don't succeed,
What do you say? Go.
pick yourself up
I feel
and
like
try again.
Very few 23 and 35 teams get an all-star. So regardless of the defense around him, the Bulls need to win some games at some point.
At some point.
No, but your point is moot because he was 21 years old, apparently.
So
That's apparently all the excuse that we need.
he was 21? Question mark.
So never has Giddey
Time
ever
run, bro?
not been an all-star when age 22 or older and also having good defense around him.
Correct.
Yo.
You can take that to the bank,
Yo.
Goat.
Prove me wrong.
Yo.
The most impressive streak in the NBA of all streaks.
Oh, man.
Giddey, when over age 22 and also having good defense, has never not been an all-star.
Yo,
Oh,
man.
Fact.
The whataboutisms with the Giddey crew is truly, truly impressive.
I like this. Only watching to see what hilarious take Matt, Peck, and Dave, to an extent, come up with.
What up, Cacti? I like
Shout
that
out.
name.
Shout out.
To an extent.
I'm not here. Don't worry
To
about
an
it.
extent.
What
Well,
how do
yours
you
are
feel about
hilarious,
Goat steaks?
Will. Will is the smart one. Will is
Yeah.
yeah.
I legit heard somebody say almost exactly that in the comments earlier. Like, oh, Goat's just like something about having a level head or telling it like it is or something. It was complimentary and like Goat's just always speaking truths.
That's what he do, man. Tell
Try.
him the real. Shout out to you for that. What up, Trey Toombs?
Fantasy podcast. I'm not gonna read that one.
What up,
but-
Toombs?
Oh,
Oh,
Lord.
that fantasy podcast is brilliant. I saw it. It's
I
brilliant.
laughed at it.
Trey Toombs, my guy. What up, boy? What up to you, man?
If he was more talented, he would definitely maybe.
Yeah.
You know, so, yep, totally. Flip side 23. What up, buddy? Saying the Giddy Liddy committee in full force.
Woo!
Ooh, I like that.
Giddy Liddy Committee.
Giving the Giddeyits a run for their money. As far
Giddy
as
is
the
still
nickname.
pretty brilliant. Shout out C Red Fred
Shout
to
out
that.
to
It's a
C.
little
Red
mean.
It is.
I don't like how mean it is,
But it flows.
but it's
It
just
flows
mean.
so well, man.
Yeah.
C Red Fred. dog.
Oh, Lordy,
I
Lordy.
swear to every time I see Josh Giddey having a good game, I just like brace myself for the way my mental health is going to take a dip when we start the
I just
show.
don't like
Damn.
the people, the like big Giddey fans will like come in here and be like accusing like you of doing something wrong when Giddey had a good game. It's like, we just said he had a great game.
Yeah.
He won Goon of the Night. He had a tremendous game. That was the
He
first
did.
thing I said on the show.
And I just
He
think
was
it's so telling that they're never here when he has a bad game. We're here all 82.
We're here all
we don't
82,
take
baby.
a night off.
Shout out. We're here all 82.
All 82. Jesus, paid is spelled P-A-I-D. Thanks for tuning in. Super chat. We got a super chat from Kimberly. Shout out to our friend Kimberly. who said,
Kimberly.
maybe it's the powdered sugar kicking in, but I really enjoy watching you all. Thank you. Oh,
Thank you,
well,
Kimberly.
Thank you.
Kimberly.
Appreciate
It could just be the powdered sugar.
Whatever you're
Also,
taking in
what you
that
eat?
makes you like us.
Donuts?
Shout out.
What's the powdered sugar on?
Could
Yeah.
just be pure powdered sugar.
Yeah, God,
Could just
I
be
mean,
pure.
you do you.
That pure uncut. Got to get through the season. I
You're
understand.
uncut?
Hey, not here to judge. Got to get through the season.
Straight from Columbia?
I mean, hey, wherever you get it from. Wherever you get it from. You know what I mean? However you want to handle that. You know, it's up to you.
Oh my God. Are we good? Are we done, Katie? We're done? Okay, cool. All right. What a way to start the week, y'all. Bulls losing streak is over.
You Bulls fans definitely have trauma.
Yeah. You think?
Yeah, Dave. A little bit.
5 playoff series wins in the last 27 years. How are you doing?
How you doing?
Follow the GOAT, read his stuff, allchgo.com. Become a diehard to read all of it, the very best of it. Had a great column about modest minutes the other day. Follow him, Will_Gottlieb. Big Dave is about BAWL Sports. I'm Bulls_Peck. We are CHGO_Bulls. Shout out to the one and only queen of the controls, Katie Duffy. Bulls off tomorrow. Honky. Bulls off tomorrow. We are going to take a day tomorrow. Then we'll be back Wednesday for pre and posts for the Bulls on Deck. We'll have Uncle Will back with us on Wednesday.
Yep.
Excited for that.
Yep.
Then we'll have a pod Thursday and then another game on deck Friday. So y'all have a great Monday night. Enjoy your Tuesdays. We will talk to you Wednesday for pregame. Until then, hit the like button on your way out for crying out loud. See Red be good. No spin, Alberto. We won.
Hey, rest in love, Roberta Flack.
Hey.
Peace.
Killing me softly.
We all silly like the mayor.